That was a predicate for Donald Trump to declare a national emergency.
You have the right to declare a national security emergency. They can't challenge it.
U.S. consumer sentiment has recently fallen to a 74-year low.
And cue the fire. We are looking at a national emergency. And I know what you're thinking. What? Which one is it, Bravo? How about Trump hints he could declare a national emergency for the midterms, and then everything will get solved? Well, besides the debt, your purchasing power, the economy, the recession, and the depression. But hey, might be a good chance to ram through some things. And I do have to say, this would be fun.
A lot of people get it.
So let me put an idea in your head, okay? Because it's so hard to get the Senate to do anything. Now they're on recess. They don't get anything done if they never get the Save America Act done. You have the right to declare a national security emergency for elections. And the Supreme Court ruled in 1983 under Reagan that INS versus Chadha, that if you declare a national security emergency as the President of the United States, they can't challenge it. It can only be overturned by a 2/3 vote of both houses of Congress. So if you do this in the next month, we will get photo ID, proof of citizenship.
Just say, I do like the photo ID thing and a lot of those things. I just don't like the other things that they put into those bills. And yes, I mean, hey, even in communism, New York, when you guys go into those free grocery stores to pick up 30% off, you gotta show ID. These mail-in ballots, come on. I'm actually dying to know what the elections would actually look like. Let's just say you got rid of the mail-in ballots and they had to show ID. I think things would be a little bit different. My question is, if one side is cheating like wildfire, why not match fire with fire? Because if you can't beat them, cheat them, because they are already cheating. So does that mean you're cheating now if both sides are cheating? Be like swingers and come to an agreement. Like, okay, I am not advocating cheating. I'm just talking about it. Like when your kid comes home from school, right? Being bullied all the time. You know, dads, what do we say? Punch him in the face. Don't bully you anymore. See? Fire with fire. I remember teaching in the high schools, junior high, elementary school. If kids come home and they got in a fight, even if your kid didn't do anything, got his face beaten, well, he was fighting. We're going to have to suspend him. In regards to this election thing, when is enough enough? Oh, when talking about enough is enough, when are these yields? Okay, you can stop now, and we shall get to that. This is 2007 peaks. We've reached it. Big proportions of let's repeat '07 all over again. But first, let's just wrap up this war thing. This is not going well. This is definitely not Venezuela where we just, bum rush the president and kidnap him. This is not going down easily. From Wall Street Journal, Trump administration does not want this out. Military assets hit Iran. Oh, they hit us? I thought they didn't have anything. Oh, hey, lo and behold, looks like they got something left. Hit U.S. military assets with 2,000 missiles, drone strikes, $13 billion in damages, 20 facilities, 8 countries, destroying or damaging 42 U.S. aircraft. This is great, and the Strait of Bravos Hormuz, you still can't go through it. Our president said yesterday it is open, wide open. Now, he might be just telling a small fib. Breaking news coming in from the interwebs. Iran declares the Strait of, or Vermouth, I mean, yeah, I can drink to that, will stay closed until when? Until the Don leaves, 2029. Wouldn't that be like a thing if that actually sways elections? Well, let's get energy moving. All right, sorry, Don, we got to let you go. You're fired at the end of Trump's term, unless Trump accepts all of Iran's demands. Show me the money. Per senior Iranian source, I'm not even going to try it. Of Parliament Speaker, not going to try that one either. Look at these demands. Give us $300 billion in compensation. Then we want on top of that $100 billion in frozen assets. Lift all sanctions. Bend the knee. Take one right up the poop chute, and then we are Gucci. Will someone please tell Iran we're all out of money. We're broke over here, okay? We're having to borrow it from places we don't even want to borrow it. When we do have to borrow it, we have to pay it back at such high rates. We can't. We're broke. Do you not see? $2 trillion a year, like on top of the 40 trillion. Like, we're hurting over here, Iran. And consumer sentiment. Do you guys catch this? Again, I know if you turn on Fox, right? The economy is blistering. It's never been better. Jobs, but I know what you're saying because I read your comments in the comments section. I give you a little heart because even if, I disagree, I hear you. You say things like, you're such a clown and what's wrong with your hair? Get a haircut. How old are you? You trying to act 14? What year is this? 1987. Do you see hair growing back here? There is no mullet here. Look how bad this is. This is University of Michigan, okay? So what you want is you want to be above 100. Above 100. This goes back to, what do we got? The 1960s. Remember, that's like really bad. You guys are hurting. 80s, good time, right? And then we even had better times. When we're better, almost 120. When we guys are, 2000. And then we had the not so good. Remember, you had a house. It was worth $1 million, and then it's now worth half that. Then we went up. Everything's great, and it's all gone. Like, it is so bad. We're talking, how bad? How bad, you ask? Great Depression? Yep. You're not going to get any worse than this. You guys are, and you're telling me I can't survive. I'm currently in an adjustable rate mortgage, bravo. And I know I never learned from 08. Remember that? Yeah, everyone was like, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Well, hey guys, it's going to get worse. The charts are showing you worse. You measure here and you carry it up, but you haven't broken yet. You haven't? Oh, look at that. You actually have. So begin the get worse phase. This should make every politician frightened. Donald, stop. Whatever you have been doing in the last year, do opposite. Because my friends and family, this is a breakout. This is when you're like, okay, we're going long. Here we go. And this actually has math to it. And it has percentages like 80%. I think a Head and Shoulders is around 90% each one. And so in the morning, I just click buttons. As you can see here, the market is down today. You have made money by clicking buttons on a screen. Based on what I just showed you, let's carry that over. Let's head over to the NASDAQ, and I'm going to show you. We're just doing this again. Take said triangle, and I just turned it into one line. Now, if you are lost, please raise your hand. If you break said line, okay, you want to short it, and then it broke. Now, where do you double down? When it comes up here, okay, and you can't get above the higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Here, it's confirmation. Make money exactly down to here, and then you click, see where it says blue, it's buy. So that's where you can click that button. No, I'm sorry, my bad. You click sell, and people are like, wait, you can sell going down? Yeah, but I don't have anything. It's okay. Make it that easy. Click the sell button, and then when it drops and you're done with it, then you can click the buy button. Wait, does that mean that no, you're just closing the position. Let me refresh. If it would have broke that way, you click the buy button, okay? And you watch your digits go up. If it breaks this way, you click the sell button. And then to get out of it, you click the buy. Just 2 buttons. Now, as you see, it kept going. Sure. Let it run, right? That's okay. I mean, but right there, you've just made 1,535. That's it. That is an A- setup. Number 1, whack-a-mole right on the 20. Number 2, but you were in the no-no zone. Fine, then measure it there. I gave it an A-, but you saw it. You knew it. Play whack-a-mole later, all right, all day long. Oh, whack-a-mole, what's that? Comes up, it hits, gets rejected. Come up, rejected. Now, if you were a buy and holdler, right, you shorted it, came back up, right? You broke even. I'm like, don't do that. Just hit short here. Hit short there. Especially if you hit it once, twice, 3 times. Come on. Then as it's going and it breaks to 20, you're like, oh my gosh, Mom, come in. Look, you don't even close it until you're here. Look at all this money. Did that Bravo guy, you're right. One contract, $3,680. There you go, Junior. If you want to learn how to do it, I give you step-by-step. $2.99. Price of a textbook goes to $3.99. But you'll never have to pay that. You're welcome. So while the world is burning, when we told you so, Japan, okay? Japan, all their currencies. This is so bad. When it goes that way, you click what button? Is it buy or sell? It's sell. Sell. Digits go up. Panics. It just keeps going. Now look at this. This is insane. What is this? Like, hasn't been there for 30 years? Never been there? How are they going to pay this all back? It's a debt-based system with interest. You're in trouble now, aren't you, Japan? And it's not just Japan. It's everyone. Everyone that took out United States dollar debt, you got to pay it back. And all these funds are like, we can't. Thought rates would stay low. They keep going the opposite way. Scott Bessant, save us. Guys, Scott's not going to save you. It's sorry. You shouldn't have done it. You should have just stuck to gold and silver. But you went against the Constitution, which I understand. You can't make like shat tons of oodles and oodles of money as now Norway's $2 trillion CEO. Let's put this together. Said the fund could, let's go word for word, unexpectedly hit severe losses, potentially losing its entire value. And we are currently in an abnormal situation. What are you talking about? Market at all-time high, economy is great, everything is grandioso. I'll know that is a lie, even going back to 2008. What do you want to pick? Let's pick production. How are we doing? You know, that thing where there's products that you produce. All right, we're okay. We're less than going back to 2008. We're here. We ain't producing. The only thing we produce is debt. Even that debt thing, TLT, ain't looking good. You guys want to know where I bought right there. Going back to the history of TLT, you guys, and I said right here, probably won't go any lower. Well, there it is. For my investor friends, you are lower. Bad dot. I need you to go up that way. Show my audience that investing actually is a really good thing. That you might actually be underwater for, 80 years. Everything explodes, right? Inflation. Can we count every year that I am not making what do you guys want to take a swing? 10%, 20%? I'm not making 20% on that. Well, then why do we trust you? Well, you're trusting me because I'm showing you that investing does not keep up with anything. Yes, if you look at like right now, hey, let's just cherry pick this. Let's not look at 30 years of underwater, another 30 years of underwater. Don't look at that. Just look at it go up right now. But can we take into consideration inflation? Nope, you can't use that. Can I ask you, are we using gold as the standard? How's that now? Your market's underwater. It's all, even S&P 500, NASDAQ, it's all. You gotta be clicking buttons. You can't just go easy. Might as well just go into T-bills and chills, but that doesn't even keep up. Housing payments have exploded. Welcome to everyone. Why is everyone... It's called Consumer Send Me a Mint of bleach, and it's not doing very well. That's why everyone is currently hurting. Your payment in 2020 was $1,500. Now it's $2,800. That's a 90% increase in 5 years. That is why I say you're gonna have to get off of your booty, and you're gonna have to either click the sell button or the buy button. Because again, you're not going to be able to survive. I am sorry. Even DoorDash is telling you this. This is Polymarket. If you guys want to bet on for a burger, there's only 4 cities that it's under $15. A burger and fries. While we're in a financial crisis, everything bad, Trump takes over, does the Trump thing. Click buttons. And you ladies too. You hot, sexy mamas. You could do too. Actually, you can do it better than dudes. I was shocked at this because dudes are very not emotional. Women that I work with can become very emotional, like Kitty. Fidelity analyst reveals women investors. Oh, that's an investor. Maybe you forgot. You just went shopping. Look, dudes are like, what's on Fox right now? Outperform men over 3 years, returning 50% versus 47%. So the women, you got it. So ladies, let's do this again. When everyone freaks out, what are you going to do? We're going to click the sell button and our digits are going to go up. Yes, that's correct. And we have all the ingredients are coming together under this guy for a financial crisis. And, you know, yes, it's some of his faults, not his fault. If I had to pick an enemy, right, I feel like we're in this movie where you're the hero. I'm just like, hey guys, don't do that. I'm not the hero in this story. I'm gonna pick the enemy would be the government, along with the Antichrist Trinity system that is currently in place, which is money. I should talk about that, but hold on. A squirrel. Trump could trigger a disaster as markets lose faith in Washington. Lord, I've put my faith in Washington. Good job, economic management. They can't manage a thing. Want to know what their solution is? Let's print. When I look at this article, it's basically everything that I've been telling you. Debt, okay, compound. 8 trillion, it's going to roll over. What else? U.S. economist, explode, that's not good. Fastest growing, U.S. treasuries roll over 6 trillion. It's more like 9 trillion. It's a big deal, not a big deal. Just, you know, we're coming to an end. What else? Becent, gatekeeper, he's buying, right? Let's save Japan. I say let's save Japan till how long? We try to save them here. They tried to save each other there. I think we tried to save them there. They did. It just keeps going now, doesn't it? Now you come here for the problems, but I also give you the solutions. It is the Holy Trinity, not the ones you see in church. This is like the government, again, bad. Government bad. So you have the Treasury, right? They print, whatever. They can print these. They can print, I mean, this is just debt. Pay you back with interest. You have to pay it back. There's one. So you have the Treasury, prints bonds, just debt-based system. 98% of all money is just debt. And then it goes to the banks. That's the second part of the Trinity. The banks then buy the debt. But I don't want them to buy the debt. But they are, because they get an arbitrage. They make money. It's just how the system works. And then you have the Fed over here, because the Fed's like, oh, put it on my balance sheet. And then the Treasury will be like, hey, Fed, you know, all that stuff that we just print out, oh, we'll take it back. We'll pay you more. Or, hey, bank, we'll pay you more, or whatever. It's like basically a financial circle jerk. If you want to fix this, knock out any one of those. Which one do you want to pick? Just know, whichever one that you knock out, financial destruction. Also, if you are interested in what this is going to look like, I actually did a video on it. It's going to pop up right over in this area. Okay, that's my new channel called Follow the Money. It deep dives into this stuff. Well, what about stable coins? That was a question that I got asked a lot. Tell us about Bitcoin, XRP, stable coins. How does that fit? I just took out one and I talked about gold. So I think you're going to like it. What does the end look like? And you're going to like it because it's very informative. And with that, I love you and I will see you tomorrow.